Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Satsuhime's Grand Adventure. On the last episode we did a whole bunch of stuff you would know already if you watched the video. And if you don't know, that means you didn't watch the video, which makes me very sad. Watching my show is like a party for your eyes. These girls know what's up. Anyway, that's enough dicking around, let's get right into today's episode, shall we? To start today's adventure, I head over to where the stable hand believes the egg might have been taken, and find a Moogle waiting for me. Upon speaking to the Moogle, some asshole named Jeremy Blackheart approached and demands the egg be handed over to him. The Moogle tells him to fuck off, and that's when the thief notices me. My presence there seems to have angered him because he orders his men to kill both me and the Moogle to retrieve the egg. How do you think that worked out for him? Not great. Not great at all. After sending those morons back to their maker, I speak again to the Moogle. He tells me that he protected the egg because it belongs to a very special chocobo named Leia. And he was sleeping in the stables when he caught the person trying to steal it. So he snatched it up and made a run for it. He also mentioned that he planned to return it himself, but he felt it would be safer if I took it instead. I feel like he was just being lazy. But that's just me though. I make my way back to the stable and return the egg to the stable hand. He and Keitha were extremely relieved that the egg was returned to them and expressed their shock that a Moogle was the one that saved the egg. Keitha seems to recall a similar Moogle protecting her during the calamity. Apparently the forest was ablaze and Keitha could not seem to find her way out, and as soon as she had given up hope the Moogle showed up and pulled her into safety. She explains that this is the reason she named the business Moogle Gifts Mounts. Quick side note, I had absolutely no fucking idea that that was the name of this chocobo stable. After that, I am thanked once again for my troubles, but the stable hand still seems to be worried about something. So I talk to the stable hand again to see what's up, and he tells me that increased Ixal activity in the area has been bothering him. He explains that the issue isn't so much with the increased activity, but more so with where the activity was happening. He says they were spotted hovering above the Guardian Tree in Gridania, a sacred site supposedly protected by the elementals, and he finds it strange that they are able to come and go as they please. He believes it may be linked to the suspicious individual spotted many times in the forests. He tells me that he sent all he knows about the incident to Mother Mione, and that I should go talk with her to see what should be done about it. So that's what I do. I return to Mother Mione and she starts showering me with praise and tells me I am making her proud. But we don't have time for that shit, so I hand her the letter, and after reading it she tells me she has an urgent mission for me. And that it could be very dangerous. Which got my blood pumping. Because Danger is my middle name. That's right. My full name is Satsuhime Danger Tsukashi. You learned something new today. After prepping myself for the upcoming mission I talk to Mother again. She says based on the stable hand's observation the Ixal are preparing to move on the Guardian Tree soon. She explains the tree is the oldest living thing in this ancient forest and is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. If any harm were to come to it the elemental's rage could not be contained, and chaos could befall Gridania. She hands me a letter to take to Bolord Luin at the Archers Guild and asks me to assist him in any way I am able. Time is of the essence and we must act quickly. I hurry over to the Bolord and deliver to him Mother's letter. He reads the letter and also seems to believe that the masked man is related to these new developments. He makes a reference to the Warriors of Light, wishing that they were still with us. He then thanks me for delivering the letter and begins to tell me to inform Mother that he will send his best men to investigate, but is interrupted by an archer telling us that the Ixal has already started their attacks on the Guardian Tree. The Bolord freaks out and asks me to lend them my strength in the upcoming battle. Mother Mione vouches for my strength, and he says he knows of no better judge than she. Of course I agree to help, and make my way over to the tree. Arriving at the tree you can plainly see that the shenanigans have begun, and the Ixal are prepping something big. It appears they are gathering crystal to summon the primal Garuda. The Bolord issues his orders and we all rush into attack. The battle between us and the Ixal raged on, but during the battle I noticed that void-sent demons were entering the fray. After taking out the initial wave of Ixal enemies the masked man makes an appearance. It was the same masked mage that was watching me back at the dungeon when I slew the golem. He still seemed to be quite butthurt by that though, and summons a large demon to be slain by my greatness. With the demon slain, he opts to join the fray himself, but is immediately slapped down like the little bitch he is. Ida and Papa Limo show up late as hell to assess the situation and discuss how all of their suspicions were correct about the masked man. The Bowlord thanks me for my assistance and assures me I will be well compensated for my efforts. Spoiler alert, I won't be. After he leaves, Ida asks me if I'm wondering why her and Papa Limo are always showing up randomly at these events, and explains they have been tasked with assisting Gridania despite the fact that they are not from the area. Papa Limo once again seems to draw some sort of connection but yet again drops the issue. They bitch back and forth a bit more and I sneak off to the Bowlord while they weren't looking. When I arrive to speak to the Bowlord, I am showered with compliments about how great I am. Lewin tells me Gridania is stronger for my presence, and tells me the Elder Seer, the ruler of this land, who I have yet to meet by the way, would be happy to know a person as awesome as me resides here in Gridania. No sooner than he speaks her name, she pops up out of nowhere to thank me personally for my heroism. I find out that her name is Connie Senna and receive an official welcome from the leader of Gridania herself. Upon further inspection, I notice she is a conjurer also, which makes me like her even more. After expressing her gratitude once more, she tells me of the Green Bliss ceremony approaching that was meant to renew the bond between man and elemental. She wants me to attend as Gridania's emissary. It's about time I get the respect I deserve around here. Obviously, I agree and she tells me she looks forward to the day, and then she departs. After that, I speak back to Lewin and he praises me on the honor I just received, and how important it is that an outsider was named emissary. He claims there is no way I could understand the gravity of the situation being an outsider, and that there are preparations that the emissary must complete ahead of time. He says I should talk to Mother Mione for the details. I return to Mother to talk about the preparations I need to make in order to be ready for the ceremony. She explains that the emissary serves as a conduit or bridge between the people and the guardians of the 12's wood, and that this honor is not given on a whim. Very few outsiders have received this honor. During the ceremony, I am supposed to don a ceremonial artifact crafted by the Carpenters Guild, so I head over there to pick it up. The guildmaster named Beaton greets me upon entry and tells me he made the artifact himself and used the rarest of materials to do so. Then the fucking shithead threatens to make an artifact out of me if I damage it in any way. Ah yes, that's the Gridanian douchebaggery I'm used to. I head back over to Mother to show her the artifact and she says it's the finest she has ever seen. She also tells me that the lumber it's made from comes from the guardian tree and is only used in this ceremony, making it priceless. So handle with care. She tells me that the only thing left is to participate in the ceremony. But hold on a second. I was told this was a huge honor and I had to do some super important task beforehand in order to participate. But the Seed Seer walked into the room on a whim, and named me emissary, and I simply had to walk to a place and grab a thing, in order to participate? Not gonna lie, this feels extremely anticlimactic. But fuck it, let's get this shit over with. I am to head over to the amphitheater and speak to the caretaker with the emissary's mask on, and basically just stand on stage and look cool, or some shit. And that's exactly what I do.
Look! The Elder Seed Seer.
12 bless her hearts!
May she find favor with the elementals. This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light? Tell me true,
Has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light? Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? That Hydaelyn would speak directly to this woman. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name of Eorzea. When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and women rose to face them. When the Garlean Empire resumed its war of conquest, they rushed to the realm's defense. And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom. Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Carteneau. None have forgotten the heroes who gave all for the sake of a realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank, as if bleached by the sun. And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them. The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time. Though none can say for certain what the future will bring, it is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. For the power of the echo resides within you.
This final statement from the Seed Seer revealing the name of the power I possess must have triggered something within me, because immediately after I am shown a fairly long and detailed vision detailing the events of the Great Battle of Carteneau, the final place the Heroes of Light were seen. After awaking from a fairly long vision triggered by the echo, I try to get my bearings and then head over to the Silent Conjurer to go visit the Seed Seer again. No sooner than I get there, she immediately asks me for a favor, under the condition that I have rested properly. She then hands me a letter addressed to the other factions of the Eorzean Alliance. It was a request to hold a proper memorial for everyone that died during the calamity and the Battle of Carteneau. She wants to send me as an envoy to Limsalominsa, and to Olda, to pass on the request. Due to the massive distance between these areas, she provides me with an airship pass that will allow me to travel to these locations quickly. Score. She also tells me that airship flights were once commonplace, but since the imperial threat of the Garleans still lingers, it is now reserved for those who have very important tasks or who possess an airship pass. And with that, I am officially able to freely move about Eorzea, and do as I please. Thank you so much for watching episode 4 of Satsuhime's Grand Adventure. I hope you guys had fun. Making this series has been very challenging, but also very fun and rewarding for me. If you want to show your appreciation for the work I'm putting in, please by all means hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. I would greatly appreciate it. With that, you can go back to crappy reality, and deal with real people issues. Have a great day.